Alright guys, so we are on our way to go pick up two, we'll say vintage outboard engines on Facebook Marketplace, of course. So we're about 45 minutes away, just left work on a Friday. What better thing to do on a Friday evening than go buy junk on Marketplace, guys? The two outboards, they're really, I don't know a lot of history. Apparently they ran a couple of years ago. The price is right, guys. We just sold two outboards too that were non-running, so we have extra dough to put towards nicer running outboard engines. So my plan is to snag up these and then also get another running outboard engine for the price that we sold the two non-runners, if that makes sense. So that's the goal. These are going to be either maybe quick flips or possibly candidates to run on our boats. Me and Mark both have little 14-foot boats. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're heading there right now. I will update you after we get the goods, and hopefully they're not junk. We'll see you soon. Did end up snagging up these boat motors and a cart. The Suzuki, the prop definitely fell off of it, but there's a Gamefisher 7.5, which is basically a takumash made by Sears. So yeah, looking promising. I'll turn the camera around so you guys can see these gems, and then the next time you'll see them, hopefully we will get them running, or at least one of them running. All right, so here's the Suzuki. It is a DT2 Suzuki, which are pretty popular. The prop, I'm sure we can find a drive pin for it in a clip. This Gamefisher is pretty sweet. It has the self-contained tank and then the option to run an auxiliary tank here if you change out the fitting to whatever you got. But it's basically a glorified Tecumseh engine. Everything's there, and then a cart with wheels on it. So take a guess in the comments what we paid for both machines, or I guess both motors and the stand. Screaming deal. Definitely want to try to get the Gamefisher going for Mark's boat, and then the Suzuki can be a project or get rid of it as is. I just kind of bought it because they came together. So that should be that, and then we'll get these suckers home and evaluated and go from there. If I didn't break anything, huh? Set that down. Suzuki here. And the thing weighs literally nothing. Got our stand. That thing's pretty sweet. Alright. Well, here they are in all their glory. We will set them on the stand and see if they rope over. Maybe I have some brake cleaner to spray in them. Take a look at the tank here. I mean dry. I believe she is dry. Oh yeah. There's a screen in there. Smells not so good, but it's clean, and the pickup screen and everything is good. It looks like there's an on-off valve there, and you can see it's a DT2, and then there's the prop. Looks like it just needs a drive pin and then whatever locks it on there. So something like that. Prop's not in bad shape though. So that's good. Here's the other side of this thing. There's our shut-off valve for running an auxiliary tiller handle. It definitely moves. Typical takumash setup on here. It says use 50-to-1. Metal tank. Oh, nasty old dent in it right there. Ooh. Oh yeah, and that tank is cherry, guys. Probably can't see in there, but look at that screen on the bottom, and that's a little varnishy, but to be expected. Oh, that is awesome. The Eska I have, that tank was atrocious. That one sat for like 25 years. So it's got a little ding in it. Here's the shift lever. So she's in neutral right now. And we'll see if we can see if she'll shift her. As far as I know, this would be considered an air-cooled engine with the fins. So as long as she runs, she'll be good to go. Pretty sweet little vintage rig. So yeah, guys, I will update you when we start working on this thing, but that is the first glance of these sweet marketplace finds. We made it up to Bear Creek North. We are repping the old Junkyard Digs hat today, of course, in honor of Kevin. If you guys want Junkyard Digs merchandise, I think he's got junkyarddigs.com, so go check that out. Dude's awesome. Hopefully he comes and gets some of snowmobile parts soon. We are going to be looking at those 2 outboard motors that we picked up on Marketplace. That was last night. I'm looking at the Suzuki 2-horse first. We'll see if that thing will run. We'll pull the plug quick, see if there's spark, and then put a little bit of fuel down the cylinder and see what happens. If that checks out, then we'll fill gas in the tank and just see if it'll magically run on its own. The prop situation is still the same as it was last night, but I did put it in a bucket of water now, so the lower unit has, well, water, of course. And we'll see if it spits any water out. Yeah, so let's see what happens. I believe we can just unplug. I'll show you what I did here. I unplugged the wire for the kill switch. We can figure that out later because the kill switch is obviously broken. We'll just put a little toggle switch or even hell, we could even put a snowmobile tether on it if we wanted. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. I'll show you guys what we're working with here on the Suzuki. Alrighty, so I got it on the stand. I got a bucket of water. I unplugged the kill wire. The throttle operation is working. You can see I did remove the cowl. There's just a bunch of freaking Phillips screws in these brackets that I have no idea where they go anymore, but that's okay. The fuel tank was not mounted. It looks like it's just some 6x1 fasteners here and here. Tank was dry like I had said last night, so we can pull the plug wire off and then we'll get the plug out, see if she's got some sparkage. And it must be 12 o'clock because the tornado siren's going off here. So, or there's a tornado in sight, but that would be odd with it being sunny out. Anyways, we're gonna get that figured out, see if this thing will run, but it is a DT2. That is a gnarly old sun glare, but super cool little outboard, guys. Got her secured to the stand. We will get that plug out and see if this puppy will actually run. Or did that guy just hose me? I don't know. She is clean in there. A nice loose-fitting boot. That is ideal. Looks like a Champion plug, even though it clearly says to use an NGK BR5HS. Very wet. Let me just see if she's got any. I did have that, like I said, I unplugged that magneto wire, so it should have spark. Right in the sunlight is ideal. Oh yeah, she's got good spark, boys. You can hear her zapping. Real good. I wonder if we should just throw a little bit of fuel in the tank and then we'll squirt it through the sparkler. So I got my mixing bottle and then I got some 50-to-1 mix here. Put some of this in the tank. We won't do a lot, so we're not wasteful. And then that petcock. No idea what's on and off, but hey, we'll squirt a little bit in. Give her a little helping hand there. Like I said, he claimed 3 years ago they ran, but boy, I mean, my luck with marketplace sellers actually being right about their timelines, boy, none. Like it's never right. Like I said, I have no idea if that's on or off. Well, guys, you are not gonna believe this, but this thing, I totally didn't record it, but I'm gonna record it again here. But I put gas in the cylinder and I put gas in the tank, And then I pulled the rope a couple times, and then all of a sudden it started, and it ran on its own. So, yeah, I couldn't shut it off because the kill switch is not making connection. So I plugged this back in, and I just choked it to shut it off. I have a little nail I stuck through this brass choke knob. So I'm going to try to start it back up for you guys. It was pumping, too, out of the holes here. So, yeah, it was kind of uneventful. I just started up and ran. So I'll see if I can show you guys that again. Probably gonna be a little loaded up, but just listen to her pipe. That'll shut her off. What the heck are the odds, guys? So that thing pumps water. It's running. I got to get the cowls and everything figured out, put back on, secure the gas tank. I did find a little toggle switch right here, and I cut out the plastic and snapped it in place. And then we'll have my two wires here, little spade terminals here and here. And that'll be an on-off, hopefully. And then I did put fasteners in the gas tank. I found some. So that is secure. And we just got to put the side skirts back on and button it all up. And then the last project would be figuring out how that prop goes on. I'm sure I'm missing, obviously, the drive pin and then whatever actually retains it. And then we'll have to grease probably some fittings on here a little bit. But that's what we're doing. We're working on the kill switch right now. Get that figured out. And if I get that all wired up, I'll run it once more, make sure it functions, check the idle and all that. Otherwise, I think she's ready to get buttoned back up and move on to the gamefisher. Get these kind of started. And then I think I have another one of these with another screw. Get this one started. Well, the Suzuki 2-horse is running good. It's all back together. I got the shrouds on. I got the kill switch all figured out, and then we put a little bitty key ring in here for the choke. So that'll work. Throttle control and all that, and a little switch there. So good enough for me. We just got to figure out the prop. I believe it needs, well, it obviously needs a drive pin for the prop here. And then I think maybe a roll pin gets pounded in on the end in this groove here to lock it on. So we will see if I can find a parts diagram or how this exactly goes. And that should do it for the Suzuki DT2. What a nice machine, runs good. Didn't do hardly anything to it. Just a little bit of cleaning and kill switch and things like that. So overall, pretty satisfied with this purchase. The gamefisher we haven't quite touched yet, but we'll get there soon. We'll see if this one will fire. I did blow out the tank with the air compressor. Just gonna put a little bit of gas in here. just to see if, for the heck of it, it would decide to run on its own. And we'll just see if it would fire up at all. I believe you have to take this trim seal off, and then there's some screws to get the shrouding off of these. But I figured just for the hell of it, let's just choke it, put it to start. It's in neutral. Let's just see if it'll do anything. Maybe it'll start and run. Yeah, I have a funny feeling she's not going to run. But we did not see if it sparked. It's champion. Overall, the whole engine is clean. It's not oily hardly at all. But these things never really got more than a couple hours. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll just see. This thing would have any sort of spark. I don't know if I can see it. Let's see if it's in. I don't think it's got any spark. Usually means points. Points are dirty. Same thing happened to the SC. I'm just going to throw some fuel down the cylinder, why not? And then we can pretty much guarantee that its spark is not there. So let's do that real fast. We might as well. Healthy dose. That way we know 100% certain this thing needs its ignition system fixed. Maybe I just couldn't see the spark, but I'm guessing with being a Takumash, they usually need the points cleaned every time. We shall see. I'm going to go on a limb and say no spark. So that one we'll have to just take the shrouds apart and investigate, pop the flywheel off. Pretty simple stuff. We can do that a different day, get that evaluated, but I'm sure she'll come to life after that. But I had to at least know where I'm at, and then we know.